Well, hello, and welcome to another lesson of the Content Modeling Weekly course. I'm Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator. As always, email me, marcelo@headlesscreator.com, with any questions you have. Now, this is a two-part series. We already did part one a couple of weeks ago, and what we're doing is we're reverse engineering the Netflix website so that we can create a content model to do something similar for a fake website. In part one, we went ahead and started the content model. We were able to create, and we'll review it in just a second, we were able to create a content model to support episodes, genres, ratings, and more. Today, we're going to finish that content model and actually go ahead and be able to support movies. So without further ado, let's just jump in. Let me bring this up here. We're going to go ahead and do that so that way you can see a little better. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to Netflix here for just 1 second so you can see what we've done. But if you remember, we have TV shows, and TV shows, when you hover all of them, you have the ability to have an image, you have some information about that TV show, you have episodes. TV shows have episodes. They also have, they belong to genres, they have casts, they have tags. So there's a variety of things that a TV show has. So if we go into our content model here, you'll see that we have our TV show. And let's do a quick review here. And you can watch the entire episode, which I believe is lesson 58. We have a title, we have a description, we have episodes field, which is one to many to the episode content type. We have date released, we have genres, tags, and rating. You can see all these are actual references to genre, ratings, tags, and cast, because we're going to reuse those content types when we create the movie content model. So we also have rating warning message, which I believe if we put our mouse over this, I believe we have right here, parents strongly cautioned may not be suitable for ages under 14, this kind of warning. So not only do we have right here the rating and tags, but we also have, these are the tags right here, but we also have this warning, language, smoking, parents, and there's a variety of warnings. And instead of creating a warnings content type, we decided just to allow a freeform field. All right, let's go back here. Then we have creators, actors, in other words, who created the show, who are the actors, who it's directed by, and who it's written by. All of that is pointing to cast, because under cast, we can have the name, last name, and bio. Then we could create, and I believe I covered this in the last one, we could create a titles here. And then we can create a titles cast title, and we'll just say name. We'll just keep it as a name for now. Let's do this. And you'll see what I'm doing in just a second. You know what? Let's give it a name and let's give it a description. What does this title do? And what is a title? Well, a title could be let's make sure it's all standard. A title could be a producer, a writer, a person here could have many titles. And for example, if you want to pull the person's name and see all their titles, you would want to do something like this. So this will have a one too many, gotta have at least one title, two cast title. And let's go ahead and bold this because that's our standard, and we'll change it because it's a reference. There we go. So now let's undo that part. So now we have here the cast, and then you can say pull whoever, Brad Pitt, and see all the titles that he has: producer, executive producer, writer, actor, whatever it may be. Now, of course, here in the TV show, we can assign them to because we know we want to have creators, right? So we don't have to pull the title from there. That's only if we have a page just for casts, then we can display their information and all the titles they have. And of course, because they do exist in TV shows, you can also go and pull all the TV shows. So you can see here, we have a pretty good content model to be able to support pretty much everything on a show, including image. I believe we did put an image. Let's make sure episodes. Oh, we didn't put an image because we did speak about, oh no, we did. Here we go. Here's the show image. But you can also put this in an external system, a different system that holds all your design information as well. Okay, and then the episodes basically have the actual video, a title, a description. So we did do title, description, how long is this, the video. Now, in your case, it could be a video that you host, let's say in your digital asset management system, let's say you're integrating with Cloudinary, or it could be a pointer to a YouTube video, for example, let's say, or a Vimeo video. Then there's the image, and then we spoke about seasons. And for example, in here you have, this is a limited series, but let's look at one that may have multiple seasons. This one is limited series 2, of course. Here, we know Better Call Saul is multiples. There you go. So you have seasons here that you could do. And that covers that. Okay, so let's move on to the final piece of this, which is supporting a movie. So let's look at, for example, here's a movie. And we see that a movie has an image. Again, it has an image. It has a name of it, a title. It also has, very similar to a TV show, it has a cast, genre. It also has tags that we can say. It has a description. It has a rating, right? So we have ratings already. We do have a lot of this stuff. We have ratings. We have genre, tags, cast. And notice under ratings, we already thought about that we're going to have ratings for TV, but ratings for movies are different, right? You're not going to have a TV show that's rated R, but a movie is rated R. A TV show will be rated, I think it's TVMA or something like that, at least in the US. In the US, this is just to support in the US. I know in different countries they do different things. So, excuse me, it's still early morning here, so I still need that coffee. Okay, so let's go back. So, but the huge difference here is that it doesn't have episodes. A movie's just a movie. It starts and it ends and you're done. It has a director, cast, writer, genres, movie is emotional. These are all things we already have. So this is going to be an easy one because we already have a TV show. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Let's copy this for a minute. Oop. And we're going to go ahead and copy this over here. And let's keep this one as TV show content types. And we're going to go to the above so we can see the stuff on the side here. We'll make this movies. Movie. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. And let's just get rid of this. We'll start from scratch. And let's go ahead and do that. And we'll say movie. We know it has a title. We know it has a description. Let's go back. We'll fix all the colors and things later. Let's go back and see. Okay, we have a title. We have a description. We have a length. Okay. So we have a image. We have a length. And let's see what we've got here. Description, we have episodes, date released, right? We have genres, tags. We could copy some of this stuff here. We know that there's a date released, which is right here, 2023. We have cast, genres, but if we go down at the bottom, we have director, cast, writer. So let's add that. Let's do director, then we'll do cast, writer. Because at the top, we have cast, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do cast, director, writer, right? We'll attach everything in just a minute. Let's go back here. Director, cast, writer. We have genres. And what else we got? We got, here's rating, and then we have some tags, basically. So we'll do tags, tags, rating, or rating, not ratings. And then right here, even though we have like TV, well, this one, it's interesting. It says TV mature. Let's go. That's interesting that they're using a TV rating for a movie. Huh. Maybe it was a TV movie. Maybe that's why. Or it could be because it's Bollywood versus an American movie. Let's see this one. Yeah, let's see under rating here, R. So this is more of maybe a film versus a TV movie. Okay, but that means that you could use still the rating, and you can use both. So the other thing that we wanted to see was we have the free, see, violence, including sexual assault and language and so on and so forth. So we do want the same, where we have here ratings message. We're going to do that. Yep. So we're going to do that. Okay, perfect. So let's do some cleanup right now. Let's get this here. First of all, we're going to make everything the same. Now we know title, description are going to be standard fields. Image is going to be it's going to go to a digital asset management system. So I believe it's this color. Yep, media field. Length, cast, director, writer, genres, tag, and rating are all reference fields, right? So if we look at here, let's put it closer here so we can go like that. Yeah, perfect. Title, description, image, cast. Cast is going to be one too many, two cast. Right? So that'll take care of basically the actors. All right, director, it's going to be, we need to say one to many because some movies have multiple directors, although most movies don't. So I'm going to leave that. And this would be a question to the team, right? If we're designing this with an entire team, which is highly recommended, you would ask, hey, do all your movies have one only director? Do you want to limit it, or do you want to allow for the possibility of multiple? We can also say, do you want to say 1 to 3 directors, and that's it. And let's say, for example, they say, you know what, we will never have more than 2 directors because they just won't get along in the movie set. So, all right, so we'll do that. Director to cast. This is going to be a writer, could definitely be one to many. To cast. And you're seeing how we are reusing content types. And that's the key here, right? Is to be able to create a content model that is single source of truth. That's the main reason you're doing this. Because whenever you update the information for this one cast member here, it'll be updated everywhere, in movies and TV shows, in their actors page or whatever page you're creating. So you want to make sure you have single source of truth and you do not duplicate this data in different places. Now for genres, we have a genre here, and tags, we have tags, and then rating, of course, we have ratings. So we're going to say for genres, we're going to go 1 to many because it could be long, it could be a romance and a comedy, right? 1 to many. To genre. Let's do that. And then for tags, obviously 1 too many for tags. I believe it's tag, not tags. We should have everything as singular. Tag, cast. So obviously we need to update here. And rating, the same thing. Rating. All right. Let's fix, we haven't gotten to rating. Perfect. And then rating, it's going to be, after speaking with the team, pretending here, obviously, we're going to do, they could only have one rating. We're going to do 1-to-1 to rating, right? So we'll do that. And ratings warning message is just a free-form field. We decided as a team, we decided that's what it's going to be. So if we review here a movie, we have the image, we have the date released, we have the length. Now here we have HD, which I don't know why we're telling people it's HD. I mean, what isn't HD today? But here we have subtitles here. So we have some extra icons that gives away some. We would talk to the team and go, what do you call these? Are these properties of the movie? Let's call them like movie options or movie properties or movie. We'll call them movie options, for example. So why don't we do this? Let's create we'll call it that, but the team would provide a better name for that. But right now we're going to call them movie, not options. I don't like options. Well, let's leave it. Let's leave that. Of course, remember, before you go into development and into implementation in CMS, you would change this and make sure that that's what it is. But we'll say movie option, and it's got a title, a description, and we're going to have an icon. And I'll explain in just a minute what I mean by that. But here we have that. This, of course, is media. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to do options, which is going to be one too many to movie option. Now, again, I don't like that. I really don't like that name. And if I come up with something better before we end the stream, then I'll go ahead and do it. But for now, we'll leave it like that. All right. So the nice thing now is I can add, see, here's the deal, right? The wrong way of doing this, in my opinion, if you want to keep single source of truth, is adding a field, like a media field that has, is it HD? Does it have subtitles, right? So you could, instead of options, you could do subtitles, HD, and then these are like images, right, that you attach. But that's the wrong way, because what happens tomorrow, and let's look at for a second. Here we have HD subtitles, but what about this one? Let's see here. We have, there we go. Look, you have audio description, you have subtitles, and you have HD. So you have a third option. Well, imagine this. You would keep adding fields here. That's not very scalable. You're going to present your author with hundreds of fields potentially, and maybe they won't even use them, right? The best thing to do is to create a movie option, and here it's a content type that has one for, if we go back here, one for the audio description, one entry for the type it is, like if it's HD, 4K, SD, another one if there is a subtitles, right? And then here you would add, oh, this movie is 4K, has subtitles, has audio description, and whatever other options. And then you can decide on the front end, I want to display just the icons, but look at the icons, have little pop-ups, right? Well, they come from the description here, right? And you can expand this. You can say short description and maybe a longer description, kind of like that. But obviously, it's up to you. But this becomes more scalable now, because now a movie, you can add many options to it. And I don't remember if TV shows have that too. Oh, no, we don't want to watch that movie now. Let's go back to TV shows here, and let's go to this, and let's see. Yeah, we do have that. So now what I'm going to do, instead of movie option, I'm going to call it option. Again, I hate that name, and obviously when you work with a team, they would help you name it properly. But I'm going to move it to the general content types, because you notice that, let's move this here, rename this here, and the TV show also has those options. So let's go ahead and move this up a bit. We'll update. And this is key. Okay, so here's what I'm doing, right? We didn't finalize TV show because as you speak with your team and you realize these things, because I missed it in the last session, right? Which is a typical thing that's going to happen because there's so much information in potentially in a web page. So I went ahead and updated or looked at the page and realized, oh, these icons are in movies. And then the team says, oh, you know what? But we also have them in TV shows. Okay, great. So we move it. So we have show image. And then we're going to do here options. Too many. Option. And we're going to do like that. So now we have the ability to add these things to TV as well, not just. And now the other question you could ask your team would be, look, we have options here. We have let's see, we have genre, or not genre. Do we have rating? We have rating that is specific to TV or specific to movies, right? So could we have options that are specific to one or the other? That we could ask, because there may be some options that don't show on the TV, right? Only for movies or vice versa. So you could ask that, but that's part of that conversation you're going to have with your team when you're creating this content model. All right, so going back to TV shows, I believe we've got it. Oh, I'm sorry, not to TV shows, to movies. I believe we've got it. We've got everything covered here, pretty much. I believe we have everything we need. The recommended and stuff are more like this. This would be most likely via tags and or today now with everything going on with AI, it would probably be more AI, right? Because it's based on this movie, but it's also based on their likes and so on and so forth. But we're able to cover pretty much everything here. So there you have it. We have here a full content model that allows us to create TV shows with episodes and movies. And then, and actually, remember we said it should be singular, so episode. And actually, I'm going to go TV show episode. I like to call it that. And under episodes, where are you? This is all part of that cleanup, right? That we do. TV show episode. There we go. Now let's do a little bit of cleanup. There we go. Okay, great. So now we have the ability to create a TV show with episodes and movies, and then we're able to assign to either of them genres, ratings, those options that we spoke about, casts, tags, and now if we decide to create a page to show cast information, right, just for that one actor or that one director, we can pull all the information for here. And obviously, we didn't add lots of information here. We can add a lot more, but we can pull all the information and then say, hey, this person is a director, but he's also an actor and he's also a writer, right? Because we have the titles here for everything they are. But we can specifically assign them to, in a particular movie, we can assign them to as an actor, as a director, as a writer, right there. So, alrighty. Well, that's it. That covers it. I think we've got it completed, and now you have a working model that you can implement that supports single source of truth. So you're not going to be duplicating content. And go ahead and do this. Now, the next step is basically create a POC, let's say within Contentful or any other headless CMS, and let your authors test it out. And I may do something like that. I may actually do an episode where I put all this in the CMS just so you can see what it looks like and what it would be like for the author to test it out. Then you would have your developers test it out through GraphQL to make sure that they're able to get the information they need. Once that's done, you would then go and start coding. Notice that we did all this prior to doing any kind of coding, including the testing. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, if you need to get a hold of me, just email me, marcelo@headlesscreator.com. Go get your free account at Headless Creator, and you'll have access to this on demand plus a whole bunch more. So we will see you on the next episode. Cheers.